So I just want to talk about a book that I'm reading at the moment, and it's this one here. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. And typically I would read sort of books about mindset, books about manifestation, books about emotional health, books about mental health, anxiety, depression, addiction, all that kind of stuff. And occasionally I throw in a good fiction book as well, just to keep my mind entertained. But the reason I want to talk about this book today is it came into my life twice. Now, the first time it came in was this one, this one here, 2006. My dad actually gave it to me for my birthday. You can see there he's got some good financial advice, very old, still valid. Happy birthday, 2006. Love, Dad. Now, my dad passed away in 2010, and I've held on to this book for obvious reasons. And then another copy of it came across. So I packed this one away. This one came across my desk. And so having already read this book, I thought I better read it again. And I actually started reading at the back. And in the back, it talks about Babylon. So it's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Babylon, I had heard the name, by the rivers of Babylon, that kind of heard of it, but didn't know what it was. So what it actually is it's a place along a river in a desert country. It's only 30 degrees north or south of the equator, very, very hot, very dry. And the Babylonian people were very skilled engineers, and they built from the river of Babylon, they built canals that went around, and they used that to irrigate their crops, and they had really fertile soil, and the city became the wealthiest city ever. They had currency. We're talking about 6,000 years ago, so 4,000 years before the birth of Christ. And they had currency, so they had money, and they also had written language, and which I assume was something like Hebrew. I'm not sure. The location of Babylon was somewhere near the Persian Gulf somewhere, and they had tablets, clay tablets, like, big clay tablets about an inch thick. And some archaeologists these books were written back in the early 1900s, and then the last publication that I can see is 1955. And there was some people in the UK, archaeologists, that went across and excavated the site. They found all the tablets, and they found the writings of the wealthiest man in Babylon, or whoever he'd written all these tablets. And so there's the principles in here to build wealth, and the principles in here are the same principles that I've been using in my life partially, but that you can observe that everybody will use, and they're very logical and they make a lot of sense. So in my next video, I will start to run through these principles for you. It's great connection to anxiety, depression, mental health, because often when we have all of those things, they can be linked to our money mindset and our money health as well. So follow, do all that stuff, and see you on the next video.